All right, once again, something new and different in the ever-expanding possibilities of what you can do here. Apologize for the noise if you hear it in the background and the dirtiness of the car. I don't know if it comes across as the video, but there is stuff and leaves and things all over my car because these jerks down here are blowing leaves around and it's getting absolutely everywhere. My car is completely filthy. And again, I don't think you can see it on the video, but there is just all kinds of debris and stuff all over the place. So, I don't like when they do this, but it happens, unfortunately. Now, what do I have today? Well, I have been looking at these for a while. I actually bought, I think, 2 versions of them in the past. None of them I really liked. They're different layouts and setups, but it's gonna be a plate to cover this thing. And I already got them, they're right here. They were silver. I painted them in the standard blue that I did all this other cool stuff, like the buttons down here, so everything matches perfectly. And if I put on the vents here, there's what it's gonna look like, which I think looks pretty darn slick. I like this side better. I was kind of looking at my driver vent too. I got another one for over there. That one looks a little weird. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I think for the purposes of this, I think this is definitely a winner right here. Like I said, early on, I did get other vent pieces too. But they looked weird. Like they didn't have this blue bar up here. Like it was, and some of them went over these things, and it didn't look right. So I think this version, iteration 3, looks right. It feels right, and it looks really, really good, especially in the blue. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna install this right like this and do the other one too. How this works, if you haven't seen it before, like all my other pieces, comes with automotive tape pre-installed in the back. All you do is rip that red stuff off, and then that becomes the tape, and then you can stick it on. All right, first one's on here, all looking good. Great thing about these things is you can always take it off and go back to what it was before. It's not permanent by any stretch, so that's always a good thing that I'm looking for too, because who knows, if I go to sell this thing, maybe they don't want blue vents, even though I think they're pretty cool. But for now, this is what it looks like on this side. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I think it's looking really good. So before I go off and put this one on, here's what it looks like before on this side. You can see down here is that stupid piano black, which I don't like. Super shiny, hard to maintain, hard to keep clean. And then it's on the sides and on up, it's all like pure black plastic. So this is gonna cover all of that, like the other side, but wanted to show that quick before comparison, just to show what I'm covering up. All right, so here's the full thing, all installed. There it is, looking pretty good. I don't like this side as much as I did sitting in the other side. I think sitting over here in the passenger seat, this looks pretty cool and great, maybe because it's all black right here and that just pops it right there and looks really nice. Whereas over here, it's kind of busy, it's kind of cut off from where my vantage point of where I'm seeing. And I don't know, it just doesn't flow right as much. I also see a little bit of reflection in the window there. I don't know if that's gonna be annoying or not, or maybe it's just the angle of the sun I just happen to be at, because the sun's like right up there. No matter, I'm gonna try it. Like I said, I can always take it off if I don't like it. That's the beauty about this stuff, is you can always reverse, which is cool. For now, I'm gonna leave it as is. One little weird thing that I said in the beginning that I noticed over here, this little thing that juts out, it's like a little bit in front of where it needs to be. There's like nothing back here. You can see a big gap. Luckily, I won't even like see that ever when I'm sitting in it, but it is there. Wanted to point that out. And I think it's just this weird little thingy here, because I guess it has to interact with the dashboard part here of why that's there. Because this side doesn't have that, right? It just comes to a point and then it just ends, which looks really nice. But over here, it has this weird like outer thingy that then juts down and whatever this is. So it's the same way underneath, like that part's there. It might not be as protruding as much, but it's definitely there underneath, as you can see in the before shot. But for now, like I said, I'm gonna try this and just see how it goes. If I like it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll just rip it out. But it's certainly worth trying, and this design was way better than the other ones I tried early on that like covered all this too, and it was just a big mess when you try to put it on. Like I said, these were silver before. They don't come in blue, but I painted it up and it looks really nice right now. So that's a really rich rich color blue, which I like. And as obviously you can see, I used the same. These are all silver too originally. Same with the knobs as well. But it's looking good. It's looking real good in here, and I think this is just another added feature. I don't want to overdo it, but for right now where it is, I think it's in a real good place. And yeah, I'm just gonna see how it is, see how it goes, and you know, if I don't like it, like I said, I can always rip it off later.